What's up, y'all? Welcome to the best 2016 anime. Um, so I wanted to do a best 2016 anime. Problem was I didn't watch that many anime from 2016, so I figured I'd get someone who did. But I was unsuccessful in getting someone who watched anime. I asked like three people. They all said no. So screw people. I guess I'm gonna do it all myself. And my good friend Fox in anime, we're gonna watch his list, and I'm gonna like comment on it and stuff. Um, that's pretty much the deal. All right, so he has Mob Psycho 100. I guess I'll turn the sound up. See, you can sound how he sounds like. He's a nice British guy apparently. So yeah, he likes Mob Psycho 100 is his number 10. Yeah, I really like Mob Psycho 100. Like I mean the point it's making is pretty obvious that I think it's a really cool point. Like so much like escapist fantasy. They always want to tell you the lesson. You're special. You have these special powers. You're special. And Mob Psycho 100, it's like, yeah, even though you're special, you still have to play by society's rules, and you can't be so egotistical that you think you're just so much better than everyone else. You have to constantly prove it to other people by their definitions that you're worthy. And I think, yeah, I love that lesson in Mob Psycho 100. And I mean, besides the lesson, it's a really good anime. It has great animation, it has cool fights, it has, memorable character designs, really good voice performances, I guess. So, yeah, Mob Psycho 100 would be really up top of my list. I think, I mean, certainly top three. All right, so Zeta the Witch. I mean, I haven't seen this. I haven't really seen that much praise for it. What's a Zeta's the Witch's score? Zeta. Zeta the Witch. 6.96. So it's not like that heavily praised. Uh, Action, military, historical. It's about alternative World War II, I guess. I mean, it sounds kind of interesting. I haven't really heard too much discussion about Zeta the Witch, so that's his number 9. Huh. Fascinating. Yeah, so I actually tried to watch the first episode of Space Patrol Lulical, and I mean, it wasn't really for me. I actually don't. I like Kill la Kill, but I haven't seen Penny and Stocking, and I the first anime I watched when I was like, oh my god, I'm an anime fan, was Gurren Lagann, and I didn't like it, so I quit, and I've like watched like 12 episodes of it, and I never came back. So I'm not like a huge Trigger fan, though I do like some of their other stuff. Like I liked Inno Battle, but I watched the first episode of this, and I don't know, it was okay, but I didn't really see the point of me watching it because I'm not like a Trigger fanatic. It seemed like it definitely relied on you kind of being like, sipping from the cup of Trigger, and I don't currently. Though I'm not saying I actually do want to watch Gurren Lagann again sometime, but haven't gotten to that yet. But yeah, Space Patrol Lulical from this year. A lot of people like it. All right, so My Hero Academia. This would I've seen this. This probably wouldn't make my top 10. And I've only probably seen like 10 shows this year. I mean, maybe it would make my top 10. It's it's kind of weird because like episode by episode it's okay, but my problem with the show is actually its premise. And I know like people are like, oh, premise doesn't matter. It's just how good the show is. But so the premise is that Azuki is an underdog. Cool. Like he kind of has this thing where he's like a geek and he's good at gadgets. So that's kind of nice to see. You know, it's different than like a typical main character, like that he's supposedly smart and stuff. But what I don't like about this show is he's supposed to be the underdog, yet he inherits the most powerful superpower in the universe from the most powerful superhero. And he has the most powerful superhero in the universe training him on how to use that power. So at this point, how is he still an underdog? I don't really think he is. And then the other point is the villains kind of come out of nowhere. There's no really like exposition. Oh my god, Frieza, he's the greatest emperor, most powerful fighter in the galaxy. Oh my god, Frieza. And everyone's scared of Frieza. Like the villain just kind of comes out of nowhere. So I think those two aspects of the show were definitely not done great. I mean, I would, but the thing is, I would definitely watch the second season. But yeah, the first season didn't really get it right yet, in my opinion. Keijo, number 6. Yeah, I haven't watched Keijo. I've actually not watched any fall anime. I started to watch I forgot. I started to watch that one that everyone hated the first episode of, and I hated it too, so I quit. Well, everyone hated the first episode because her breasts were too large, but I didn't like it because I don't know. The main character was annoying. So I did so I dropped that, and I watched the first episode of Drifters. I didn't really like that, so I didn't watch any anime from the fall season yet. So this, actually, I saw this whole video before, and I actually like. He gives the convincing reasons to watch it. He kind of says like it has a lot of like shonen aspects to it, which shonen's the best, so that should be cool. But I don't know. I'm not like dying to watch Keijo. Erased. So I actually spent a lot of time writing about Erased this year. Yeah, so Digibro and Go Jesus, they had like these big, huge anti-erase projects, and I actually like Erased. Like, it's not perfect. I mean, if I could go into details about, in fact, I do go into details about, what are some of its weaknesses, but I like the main character Satoru. I like kind of like the how they handle the time travel. You know, I was nostalgic for hanging out with my buddies when I was 11. So I like that aspect of the show. That's running around with your buddies around. Um, the little girl's adorable, and it has stakes. I mean, the show has stakes. There's a problem with the show that I could address, but it's kind of spoilers for the entire show, so I'm not going to address that problem. But the other problem I could address is the ending. I agree, the ending's not too weak. It's kind of, I mean, the climax is good, but the ending's like pretty pedestrian. Like the last 2 episodes are pretty pedestrian. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Erase. I think it would definitely make my top 5 of like the 10 shows I've seen this year. Erased would definitely be top 5. Mob Psycho 100, Erased, some other shows that are coming up on his video. Yeah, Flip Flappers is from the fall. I didn't see it. Um, it doesn't look that great to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. Konosuba. Yeah, so I really like Konosuba. Like, the problem that I had with it is like its genre doesn't really appeal to me. I don't really want to watch, a cute, funny fantasy anime. It's kind of not my, what I want to get out of anime. And that's kind of what it is. I think the thing I like about it is just when you think, oh, we've seen this joke a lot. Like, they have the joke where I think they show it. He shows it here. Alright, so I forget her name. But they do the joke a lot where, like, the witch is, oh my god, I'm the greatest witch ever. Look at all these crazy, art visuals behind me. I'm going to do the most devastating attack ever. And then she does the attack and she falls down and she's like, oh, I'm so weak. So they do that joke a lot in the beginning. Like, they kind of repeat the same jokes like the first 4 or 5 episodes, I thought. But it's actually gets some good new ideas towards the end. Like, they do some, like, harem-y, tropey episodes, and I thought those were pretty good. So I don't watch harems or ecchis, but whenever I see like a harem or ecchi episode, I kind of like it. So I think I gotta watch more harems and ecchis. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely Konosuba would be in my top 5. It is actually really funny. Just when you think, oh my god, this is getting old, it comes up with new jokes, new scenarios that surprise you, and looking forward to watching season 2 coming up. So yeah, Konosuba, top 5 anime for sure. Yeah, all right. So here it is. Showa Genruko Rakujo Shinju. Yeah, so I really like this anime. It's kind of weird because it's kind of like the reasons not to like it are like the obvious reasons. It's about Rakujo. Strike one. It's not the most fascinating subject matter. And I've seen people that really like the subject matter. Like, they say, oh my god, the Rakujo scenes are amazing. Oh my god, it's so interesting to see how the history of Rakujo, how it had adjusted to modern times. Like, I think that's the argument the guy makes in the video, how that was the interesting aspect of it. I did not find either of those aspects at all interesting. So I thought, it has really interesting characters, was the thing that, made the show for me. Definitely would make my top 5. I don't know how many anime I have in the top 5 now. But yeah, I thought it was definitely not overhyped at all. It really delivers. Like, it's kind of one of those stories about, I'm kind of a sucker for it. It's kind of about like 2 friends, brothers almost, that grow up. They do the same thing. They have, they do the same thing. They're best bros, but they have like different personalities. And just how that little difference in their personalities and just kind of like luck makes a huge difference in their lives and like their outlook and like what they achieve. Just that, little difference. And I guess it's not that little in Rakujo, but they have kind of opposite personalities. But how they're still best buds, it's kind of like there's a lot of shows about that, about like 2 best bud bros, and this show, I thought it really delivers on. Oh, here's another thing I like about it. It doesn't waste your time. There's not like um, filler episodes. Like the whole series really is a pretty tight story about these two guys growing up doing Rocket Joe together. So yeah, I was a big fan of Rocket Joe, God Shinjo. Oh yeah, Ray Zero. Yeah, so I don't get Ray Zero at all. Why people? I mean, all right. Basically, I mean, I made a big video about why I didn't like Ray Zero, but basically the take is all right. So we've seen this tool you done perfectly, in Groundhog Day and in the tomorrow. What's it called? Um, the day after tomorrow. Wait, that's not what it's called. Uh, that Tom Cruise movie. And all you need is kill. We've seen the trope, not trope. I know it's not a trope. The device, the plot device, done perfectly. But Ray Zero does it do the plot device any justice? It just kind of uses it randomly. Like um he dies, he comes back to life, he dies, he comes back to life. Maybe he makes an adjustment, maybe he just gets lucky, you know, and he goes on to the next event. It's not really He's not really using the plot device to like outsmart people. He's just kind of using it and getting lucky. So yeah, I just still get the show. Why it's like so beloved. Uh yeah, I mean I watched the entire show and I did not like it. So yeah, that would be my review of Ratio. Definitely wouldn't make my top five. Hey, I'll just quickly go over see if I've watched any other anime this year, just to get my thoughts. All right, Assassination Classroom second season. I haven't watched yet. I watched the first season. I loved it. I thought it was the best. But for some reason, I just never watched the second season. I think I tried once and I was kind of bored. But yeah, I definitely going to watch that at some point. I've watched Agent. Um, it's pretty good. The only thing that's bad about it is the villains are too. Oh my god, I'm the most evil person ever. Like they should make it more like the villains are have like a good. They have an idea. They have an ideology, and they're wrong. And the ends don't justify the means, but they still have. They're doing things not just because they're evil and murderous or they're greedy, but they're doing things because they have some sort of utilitarian ideology that they're doing what even though they're doing something bad in the short term, it's good for the long term. Most of the characters are just like pure freaking evil. Like this guy's pure evil, that guy's pure evil. I do like the main character though because I guess he's like not pure evil, but he's not a goody two shoes main character. So I like that aspect of it. Also, another thing is the dialogue's a little like it's a little clunky, and instead of the like his mom, so they want to make him have a fucked up mother, right? The main character, but they make her like she does something that's like so assholey that like you have to be like um the mom from like Cinderella to do. So there's ways to make a character be an asshole without having it so obvious, and I think they need to do more of that in Agent. But I liked the first season. I don't know, it was okay, and I definitely want to watch the second season sometime. I watched it dubbed, so I guess I'm waiting until the second season is dubbed. I don't know, maybe it already is. Uh, yeah, I've seen the first like 6, 7 episodes of Cabaneri, no, whatever called Iron Fortress. It was good. The ones I watched, and then I remember they like this is a lot of people's review too. Like once they interviewed that girl's brother. Like the show's like what, and they like do nothing for an episode, and then it got weird. And I actually never finished it, but I don't know. Like I love the director Araki. Araki's my boy. You know, it had great style. I should have finished it, but I'll probably finish it at some point. I only have like 5 episodes left or something. Let's see. Bungo Stray Dogs, I finished. It was okay. It's a lot like Blood Battle Blockade, but it's like not as stylized, and you know it's not at all as stylized as Blood Battle Arcade. But it's like that's kind of like, it has a similar plot. Like they live in this city where like a bunch of stuff is happening, crime and stuff, and they have superpowers and stuff, and they have to fight and stuff. But it's not that great yet, but it's not horrible. I don't know. It's okay. I saw the second season, and the second season was definitely more serious. Like it has like this whole mob backstory, but then I just randomly stopped watching it at some point. So I want to finish the second season of this. Sakamoto, I've seen a few episodes. It was okay. I mean, I've seen some anime YouTubers have it as like one of the best anime of the year. Like, I've only seen a couple episodes, and while it was funny, I didn't like love it. But maybe if I saw all the episodes, I would like it. Some people like this show too. There's a lot. It seems like spring 2016 was like the season where there were a lot of hits, like Kiesnazer by Yorger. Obviously not a hit because you could see its score, but some people liked it. Some people like Joker's Game. Yeah, obviously. Flying Witch was on a lot of people's lists. I, haven't seen it. JoJo's Adventure Part 4. Yeah, so I've seen the first like 10 or 12 episodes of this. I liked it a lot less than the other JoJo's. I was like a lot more bored during this. Not that much more to add. I'll probably try to watch the entire thing, but I don't know. I didn't really like it. Relife. Yeah, so Relife was a pretty big hit. Good score too. Yeah, I've never watched it. I don't know. Maybe I should watch Relife. I've seen this isn't the only top 10 list. I've seen a couple other top 10 lists, and no one really has Relife on their top 10. But it's got a really good score, 8.23. Bam, that's a good score, man. 91 days. I've seen this on a few top 10 lists. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't want to watch it, but it's in America. Does it take place in America? Yeah, Prohibition. I don't know. Like the plot doesn't seem that interesting, but it's got a pretty decent score. Orange. I mean, does it seem that? I don't know. Maybe I should watch the Orange. I don't know, man. New Game. I have another show I haven't watched, but yeah, a lot of decent hits were from this season. Okay. And of course, Fall I haven't seen anything from. So, yeah, this about includes the video. Thanks all for watching. Goodbye.